We could not have picked a more beautiful day to come up here to Oakland. And I'm here with Paul. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Joel.
So Paul, tell us, where are we right now?
We're in Oakland at about a 5,000 foot elevation in the San Bernardino Mountains. The Oakland Preserve is one of 12 preserves of the Wildlands Conservancy.
Okay.
And it's a California-based private nonprofit. And we're going to be walking through our new botanic garden, which we've called the Southern California Montane Botanic Garden and Children's Outdoor Discovery Center. We've preserved some of the historic Oakland touch, and at the same time we're developing a venue where people can come and learn about native plants.
Real quick, you said there are 12 of these throughout the state?
There are 12 preserves, and we're adding more.
Okay.
We steward about 150,000 acres throughout the state.
Wow, that's a lot.
The Oakland Preserve, which includes the portions of the Yucaipa Ridge, is just over 2,000 acres.
And the Yucaipa Ridge is what's in our view
Is
right
what
here,
we
right?
put a little snow dusting there for you.
Thank you very much for that,
Yeah,
by the
you're
way.
very welcome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Paul, for those, me including, what exactly is a preserve?
Well, a preserve is, well, let me tell you, our mission statement, our mission of the Wildlands Conservancy is to preserve the beauty and biodiversity of the earth. And it's a dual mission. The second portion of that is to provide programs so that children may know the wonder and joy of nature. So we have an educational component. A preserve is obviously, by definition, a place that we're stewarding, we're protecting, but we want to, what sets us apart in some sense is we do not charge admission for the public. We feel that it's a birthright to have access to nature. We're open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Every day of the week.
Every day of the week.
Except Christmas and New Year's.
Okay, nice. You know, it's funny because I was telling you right before we started that I've had a couple fans send us your information to come on out here, and then I have a friend of mine who actually texts me a picture we're standing in front of right now saying, you've got to come out and see this. This is really cool.
Yeah. Well, you know, we are a true nonprofit, and all of what you see and what you'll see on our walk today is provided by individual donors.
Well, let's go take a walk.
Yeah, let's take a walk.
Go walk. Yeah. Like the Pioneer Pasture, Sacred Springs, cool. So what is this, a box elder you said?
Yeah, this is a good example. This was the first plant stand that we put up here in the Botanic Garden. And I want to showcase this because the box elder is one of our native species of trees here in Oakland. And typically in a botanic garden, you'll see the common name and the scientific name and maybe where it's native to. But we feel that there's so much more to the plant itself, and a way to be a friend of a plant, get to know it and make it your own, is to describe some of the details. So there are details about plants.
Oh, that's pretty
that
cool.
can bring,
humanizes it. Really.
Exactly. And it becomes your friend in a way, and you get to know it.
Obviously, at different times of year, we're going to see the tree in different states, right?
Oh, sure, yeah. And the nature of a botanic garden is so lovely because instead of just being a draw for Oak Glen during the apple season, which is so much fun, this is a place that people can come and walk and get rejuvenated and learn throughout the year, because every season we'll see something different on this tree and on every plant.
Cool. All right, so let's continue on our trail trip. So we're at 5,000 elevation. When we started, because all of a sudden the temperature is cooler now. We're surrounded by these enormous trees that I had no idea existed down there in the parking lot.
Yeah. This grove of trees planted over 100 years ago was just a mess of shrubs and bushes and things. There was no trail through it when the Wildlands first acquired it, and this is in the mid-90s. And so we built this trail through it because we knew it'd be an inspiring place for people. Wow. So what I'd like to do is, at this point, introduce Tim Krantz and have him sort of guide from this point. Tim Krantz is the preeminent botanist of the area. He's of the region for the San Bernardino Mountains. He's the director of our botanic garden. He's also a professor of environmental studies at the University of Redlands and a dear friend. So,
Tim, this area, excuse me, Dr. Tim, this area over here is beautiful. And what's this building behind us here? Where are we at right now?
Well, we call this the coot cabin. This is here, and it's unimproved, gives you a little shelter, and there's posters and things inside for outdoor ed activities.
Sure.
But all of this right here is brand spanking new in the last year. We've constructed the frog pond and a little amphitheater. Notice all the rocks are selected so that they're comfortable for sitting. And you can convene a classroom of kids here and talk about frogs and nature and what have you. Down below us we've got a wet meadow and then these apple orchards right behind us, so you can see it all right here.
Sure. And this, I mean, there's a pond back up there just over on the other side of that bridge over there. And you said there's another pond as well.
Couple of ponds.
So this isn't the one pond you were talking about.
Giant catfish.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow. And
really
you have
spectacular.
When we were starting, I noticed a school bus pulled up. So you have tours that come out here all the time, right?
Thousands of kids. We just celebrated our 100,000th K through 12 kid.
Wow.
All free, of course.
Yeah.
And unlike other parks or gardens, when they get off the bus here, they're met by a naturalist guide. These are trained young men and women with bachelor's degrees that give a guided tour to the children as they walk through the trails of the preserve.
Wow, so answering all their questions.
Answering all their questions and lots of hands-on experience and doing the kids' quizzes and other types of things.
Obviously, I know people at home, young and old, are going to be asking about where is this located, how do I get up here? We already heard that it's open every day of the week, pretty much, between 8 and 4:30, if I have that correct.
Yep.
And in terms of school tours, do they contact somebody for school tours? Is it on your website?
It's on the website, and yes, they can contact our outdoor ed program director, Marianne, and she'll put them in touch and make the arrangements.
And of course, we'll have all that information on our website so you guys can connect. But wow, what a, we couldn't have picked a more beautiful day, but the setting is unbelievable. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thanks,
and
Joel.
wow, so I'm just going to go and chill for a little bit now by myself.